Well, over the last 24 hours, we've really started to see this crypto market heating up, seeing Bitcoin breaking over 100,000, seeing total market cap 1 and 2 clearing some major resistance levels, and much more. Now, as a result of this, a lot of investors are wondering, is this finally the moment? Is the moment of truth finally here? Is the crypto market breaking out? And are we going to see some growth very soon? And so in today's video, my game plan is to answer all of those questions for you, tell you exactly what I'm doing now and what we can be expecting next. And so with that said, look, we got a lot to get into today. Let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into it. Now, what we can see here is that the crypto market, again, is looking pretty dang on good over the last 24 hours. We can see Bitcoin clearing over $102,000. We have, of course, the beautiful Ethereum at $3,400, same place it's been for quite a while at this point. XRP slowing down a little bit over the last 24 hours around the $3.30 level, something we did expect that I told you about yesterday. We do have Solana coming in at $220, absolutely smashing it, baby. Love to see that from Solana. Full video about Solana coming out soon, by the way. Dogecoin doing good. It's actually leading the charge right now. Dogecoin up 7%. We actually can see a few of the meme coins doing well, right? Shiba Inu up as well. Many of your meme coins finally making some traction, which is great. As you all know, not too long ago, maybe I can find it. Let me see. What I did go ahead and do, I did rotate some small profits from our January 13th purchases to some meme coins like Brett, Doge, Pepe, and Shib. So what I actually went ahead and did is I took a lot of these purchases that I did back here on Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, XLM, and many more, took some of the profits and rotated it into meme coins because I did think meme coins were going to start to perform pretty well. And you can start to see those early inklings that maybe that is a good play because, of course, we did see things like Shiba Inu and, of course, Doge starting to make some traction today. So very good rotation, and congrats to anybody who did also follow that little move there. Now, Tron, AVAX, some of these other ones, up 3 to 4% today, but again, a lot of traction from our meme coins today. Now, zooming out of the top 10, we can really start to see how this is looking. We got SPX up 26%, making a lot of traction, man. I mean, SPX has had a fantastic year, pushing all the way into the top 100 at $1.18 billion. Absolutely insane. We have Fartcoin going absolutely bajonkers. I mean, it even sucks. Like, I feel so dumb just saying it out loud that Fartcoin is doing well, but it is. I mean, the funniest thing is that we were all making jokes yesterday over in the school because I don't remember what time it was yesterday, but we had the community going nuts making money on Fartcoin. Look at this, like 200% gain on Fartcoin, 107% gain on it there. Let's see if there's any more. I know there was quite a few of them around, like, I think it was around like 2 or 3 o'clock. Let's see. I know it's somewhere. Give me 1 second. Yeah, here we go. 170% on Fartcoin right there. I mean, 99%, 55%, 30%. The guys at the school were trading Fartcoin, man. And I'm like, yo, I can't promote this. What is going on? But of course, Fartcoin going nuts. OKB starting to pick up a little bit of traction as well. So overall, a fantastic day. Seeing a little bit of a lag from the AI agent sector, right? We have AI 16 still down a little bit, down 9 ranks on the day because of course the market is moving upwards. Virtual also just slightly down. Virtual starting to look pretty appealing to me, especially from a monthly perspective now that it has had this cool down. But yeah, overall, kind of a slow week for the AI agent space, but that's not a surprise because it did have such a crazy December. So overall, quite the crazy market today. Now, whenever we do start to transfer that into the charts, what we can start to see is that a lot of the breakouts that we've been looking to happen are starting to happen. So starting off on total market cap 1, what you can see here is that total market cap 1 is actually giving us a very good attempt right now at breaking out of this descending channel. I told you all back in December, until we start to see breakouts of these descending structures, this market's not going anywhere. You're going to see dumps, you're going to see pumps. But once we actually start to break out of this, that's what's going to be that, what opens the door for this market to move upwards. I do genuinely believe that the crypto market is in a position in which, under the right circumstances, we could see the total market cap of crypto push up to $4.23 trillion. Guys, that means total growth from the total market cap of crypto of 20%. That means altcoins 40-50%. Microcaps hundreds of percentages, Bitcoin 10-20%. Like, those things are possible, and I do believe that to be the case. But I told you the only way we get there is quite simply by breaking out of this descending channel and starting to make the steps in the right direction. And as you can see here today, at least as of right now, we have seen the crypto market, the total market cap of crypto, breaking from below this descending point of resistance. This means that the trend could very well be coming to a close, and maybe we are entering into the next period in which we could start to see this move upwards. What you can see is that total market cap 1 is doing that. If we head back out, you can see that total market cap 2 has successfully back tested. What that means is that the price broke above. Look, let me zoom in a little bit for you. The price of the total market cap of all altcoins broke above this descending channel again, came back down, held it as support, finally flipped that resistance into support and is now using that to continue higher. So we had a successful breakout and back test here, something we failed to do there, and of course failed to do there. If you go look at total 3, for example, you can see total 3 has also had a macro back test in which it came down, held the support, and is working its way upwards. And then lastly, of course, Bitcoin itself, this is Bitcoin dominance, Bitcoin itself has broken out of its own descending channel and is seemingly trying to use this breakout and this back test right here from yesterday as the attempt to start pushing upwards. So Tyler, what does all this mean? Okay, we're having these breakouts. Does this mean that the bull market's back? Are we about to start to rally? Is this good? Are we out of the woods? I know that's what you always want to know from me. Are we out of the woods? Almost. So I know it's not the answer you want, but almost. Now, the reason that I say almost is because we've started the breakout, but there are still a couple things that need to happen for these cryptos to confirm the breakout. Okay, there's a couple things that need to happen to confirm the breakout. Now, let me tell you what the steps are here. Okay, because if I tell you the steps, you can apply it to basically any crypto in the top 50 right now. So the steps to a breakout, especially a breakout like what we've been seeing. Okay, look, let me give you a descending structure. Let's go in, let's draw a line right here, bing bang, and bing bong. Okay, boom. So we're here. Now, what we're seeing right now is most of these cryptos, Bitcoin, Total 1, Total 2, they're making a break outside of this descending channel right now. The issue is that everyone's going to assume, because we're breaking out right here, that this is the moment and we're going to absolutely take off. Oftentimes, because people don't recognize that breakouts are a multi-step process and it's not as simple as just clearing one level, they will usually get trapped in a back test or something like that, which happens basically all the time. Now, what are these steps that we're looking for? Well, there's 3 main steps that you need to do in order to have a confirmed breakout, at least from my experience. Step number 1 is you need to, obviously, break out of the descending channel. You need to be able to, likely, it's important that you backtest and hold some support. This doesn't have to happen, but it's very good if it does happen, and you want to see it happen, meaning it breaks out, comes back down, and flips that resistance into support. That's what you want to see happen. That's step number 1. Step number 2 is you need to set a new midterm or macro higher high. What that means is you're going to look back at your previous few weeks, and you're going to say, okay, where did we have highs at? Okay, this was our last macro high. We need to get above that high. Why? The reason this is so important is because, quite simply, even though you've broken out of the trend, right, the descending channel, you've broken out of the structure, you've not changed the trend. The trend has been lower highs and lower lows. And just because you broke out of this, if you fail to set a higher high, you are still in a macro downtrend. That means you are still guaranteed to go down. And so because of that, you want to see that guarantee broken by breaking through that previous high and setting the new midterm or macro higher high. Now, the very last step and the most important step is you need to clear the golden zone. What that is the Fibonacci 618 to 786 level. And the way that you find that is by taking your Fibonacci tool, aligning it here with the high of the channel, so the highest point, coming all the way down to the lowest point, and looking for this, the 618 to 786 Fibonacci zone. This golden zone right here, and look, let me show you my settings real quick, just so you know what to do. These are my settings. Copy them. Make sure a log scale is on. And what you can see is that there's going to be a golden zone. You see how I just naturally get a rejection off of this because of how I draw it? That's how normal it is, right? There's going to be this golden zone. This is the biggest level of resistance. This is the biggest challenge. This is the most important part. If we're able to clear this, this opens the door for the run to the upside. If we get rejected by this and we cannot clear it, this is going to be what forces us back and cancels this breakout. This golden zone is what turns a breakout into a fake out. Look at total 2. If we look at total 2, look what happened here. We had the breakout. Look, let me go to the 4 hours. We had the breakout. We had a slight back test. We got up to the golden zone. And guess what happened? We got rejected. And when we got rejected, we got sent back down. Granny got kicked right back down the stairs, right? And so what you want to see, what you need to see here in these situations, I think we were on Bitcoin. Let's see. Go back to my chart, wherever that was. Yeah, here we go. What you want to see is you want to be able to see that crypto's price being able to, let's just do this actually. You want to see that crypto's price being able to come up and clear that golden zone. You want to go in and say, okay, well, we need to see this thing being able to work its way up. Boom, breakout, back test, boom, macro higher high, boom, work its way up, maybe consolidate a little bit, bang, bang. Then you work your way and you clear this bad boy. Because once you can do this, this is what opens the door for Fibonacci extensions. So it's a 3-step process. And so it's not just as simple as, oh, we broke out, let's everyone go long on 100x leverage, because the likelihood is you're going to get trapped. You remember, as I told you, Total 3, they had this back test. This is what everybody went through. As the second that this broke out, everybody started going long on a bunch of altcoins, and then the market pulled back and we back tested that channel. And in this situation, what happens is that all of those long traders get liquidated and they lose on the back test because they thought this was the moment, not this. And what happens is that it comes back down, we start to consolidate. All of the short traders think that it's going to go back down. They're also getting trapped. Their liquidation levels are right up here. And then the market successfully back tests and pushes upwards, having now liquidated the long traders right here and having now liquidated the short traders right here, now opening the door to continue upwards. And so now, knowing these 3 steps that need to happen, let's revisit total 1, total 2, total 3 in Bitcoin so that you can see quite clearly what levels we need to clear. So for total 1, the total market cap of crypto, yes, we are getting the move to the upside. What needs to happen now is we have now successfully broken out. So step 1 may be complete. There may be a chance that we need to back test, but that's just kind of up in the air. But the next thing that we do need to see happen is us getting a closed, confirmed, verified, and sustainable breakout of $3.54 trillion. We need to clear that previous high, set the new trend. We do have a wick, but I'm not happy with the wick. I want to see a real close. I want to see this market push higher. And once that happens, the last thing that needs to happen is we need to clear the 3.68, I think that's the 6, no, $3.58 trillion level to break the topside golden zone. That would be the step 3 that we need to see to open the door for this market to move upwards. Total 2. Total 2, what we need to see here. Okay, let's get into it. So for total 2, we've already gotten the breakout and we have gotten the back test. So step 1 is complete for the altcoin market. Breakout, back test, continuation. Great. We are now currently trying to set the macro higher high. We are on step number 2 right now. What you need to be on the lookout for is whether or not we can complete step 2 by seeing the total market cap of altcoins break above $1.51 trillion. If we can do that, step 2 is complete. And the last step is just breaking $1.55 trillion, clearing this topside golden zone, opening the door for a push from anywhere 1.72 to 1.95 trillion, meaning that the altcoin market very easily would push anywhere from 20 to 40% towards the upside. Looking at total 3 is a little bit more advanced. Total 3 is already clearing that previous point. We had the breakout, we had the back test, we have now broken back above that most recent high, establishing that we are now in a macro uptrend, meaning that the altcoin market is performing better than Bitcoin right now. Meaning we've completed step 2, and step number 3 is simple for total 3. This bad boy needs to break the $1.08 trillion level. If this can happen, the likelihood is here that even if we consolidate or anything, we're going to see this altcoin market really start trying to rally upwards. And then finally, looking at Bitcoin, you guys know the drill. We are seeing Bitcoin trying to complete step number 2 right now. It did complete step number 1 already. We had a breakout, we had a back test, we held support, we continue upwards. Now we're trying to see Bitcoin's price break above that $102.7 trillion, $102,000 level. We're trying to clear this level as step number 2, and then we're trying to see Bitcoin break $104,000 to complete step number 3, opening that door to the upside. One thing that I will issue a warning about is, guys, we're not, how do I explain this? Like, it's not a guarantee that it's going to be immediate. Okay, so even if we do complete step number 2 right here and we complete step number 3, what can happen is we may come back down and we may do this for a little while. But what I want you to understand is the moment you break that golden zone up here, the likelihood is that even if you come back down, you're going to continue upwards. It's over a 70% chance that the market does continue on to chase those range highs once breaking the golden Fibonacci zone. So I don't want you to just think that, hey, this is the immediate moment we're going to go up, but I do want you to recognize it in the macro. If we do get a dip after clearing this golden zone, that would probably be a good time to start looking to accumulate because the likelihood is a continuation upwards. And so with that in mind, no, it's not guaranteed yet. We're not confirmed yet, but we are getting much, much, much closer. I do get a little bit concerned because people don't seem to recognize this, right? If we go to liquidation map, you can kind of see how it's playing out. Everybody's back to opening these 100x and 50x leverage trades. So everybody thinks that this is the breakout. Everybody thinks that the moment is right now. And it very well may be because we still do have a lot of liquidation sitting directly in front of us because the short traders are bitter. But at the end of the day, everyone is betting that we're going to go up right now. And it does concern me a little bit, but we do have so much bullish momentum and we did just get a breakout. It feels as if the lizard people may actually ignore those liquidations to the downside and start trying to get this market moving upwards. And so because of that, things are looking very good. I am very happy with what we're seeing today. Now, as a result of all of this, what I will tell you, I'm in a situation where I am starting to consider leverage trading again. I think that some low leverage long trades is a good idea if we do get some sort of macro pullbacks with very, very tight and reasonable stop losses. I'm not there yet. I want to see this breakout. I want to see this confirmation so I know that the macro trend is upwards so I can start to introduce those leverage trades back to my portfolio. But outside of that, I'm obviously not doing any big purchases. I bought a lot of crypto back in January 13th. No, that's not the, yeah, it is the right one. January 13th, I did a bunch of buying right up here. As you can see, I bought Bitcoin at 90K, ETH at 30, at 3,000, Solana at 175, right? ADA at 90. I was doing a ton of buying a couple days ago, so I'm not doing any buying right now. Matter of fact, what I am actually going ahead and doing is I did take a little bit of profit off the table. If I do go ahead and move myself out the way for you real quick, you can see here that the majority of the purchases that I made on the 13th are up anywhere from 15 to 40%. And as a result, I have decided to take 20 to 30% of the profit that I've made from them. And what I did with that actually is I invested that into my stock portfolio. I tell the school all the time, I really want to diversify my bag out a little bit more. So I have been buying a lot of VOO and SPY, investing into the US stock, the stock market. I know it is a little bit of a risk because obviously, the stock market's super inflated, but at the end of the day, it just is what it is. If it drops 20%, it drops 20%. It's that's a long-term bag for me. And so I was like, what? I made some very good quick gains this week. I want to take some of those quick gains and rotate them over into the stock market and leave the rest of it open to just see what happens. Again, I did do that rotation the other day from some of those other ones like XRP into some of our meme coins, and that is performing well as of now with SHIB and Doge and many more up 7-8%. So we have been making some pretty solid moves over there in the school. So feel free to check it out if you do want. Guys, our mission at the school is very simple. What we do is we take crypto investors like yourselves. We give you courses, coaching, classes, live streams, workshops, trade signals, research Q&As, and much more to help you redefine your strategies, because strategies are what create gains. And I'm not talking just little gains. I'm talking about real gains. As I showed you guys just in the last 24 hours, I'm just going to scroll through just in the last 24 hours. These are all of the gains that have been printed by the community. And it's one thing when all of these people are out here saying this and saying that, but we have verifiable proof. You can see it for yourself. The proof is in the pudding. These are all of the gains from just the last 24 hours. So if you do want to go check it out, the best part about it is that if you don't learn anything, you get your money back guaranteed. And it does start as little as $5 a month. Join in over 1,113 other community members and start your journey today. That is linked down below. I will also let you know that if you do want to get some free money, which is fantastic, everyone loves some free money, you can get up to $20,000 with my WeX link in the description below. There's a bunch of different challenges that you can do. You can go get $20 and $10 doing some very, very simple things. And then if you do start trading, you can get up to thousands, tens of thousands of dollars through their futures trading platform as well. They have over 500 trading pairs. They've been around for a good long time now. They have a bunch of different options when it comes to future trading and margin trading. So feel free to go check that out if that is something that is interesting to you. And I will lastly tell you that if you have been enjoying the content, I do still post 6 or 7 times every single day over on my Twitter, updating people on a bunch of things. Like we were talking a lot about XRP lately, what's happening in the market, positions in the market, my thoughts, and much more. So feel free to go check that out down below at Tyler Crypto Talk. But overall, guys, you know the drill, right? I'll be here every step of the way updating you as all of this does play out. So if you have been enjoying these videos, please do let me know by smashing that like button and subscribing to the channel if you are new. And I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.